Hey Peaches, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading as it pertains to love and relationships. I am using the Spirit Within Tarot and the Journey of Love Oracle. And then at the end of each one, I'm going to do a pick a card, choosing 3 more cards from the Power of Surrender. Stack 1 is the Skunk, Stack 2 is the Baby Chick, Stack 3 is the Deer, and they are timestamped below. If you'd like a reading all to yourself with no one else's energy, my Etsy page is linked below. If you hear something that helps you out, please let me know by giving it a like. And if you want to keep up with me every Saturday, go ahead and subscribe and let's get started. Okay, if you chose Stack 1 or chose the Skunk, your Journey of Love Oracle this week is God Speaks. And you have the 10 of Swords in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the 8 of Swords. There we go. Okay. So God Speaks in this deck is talking about, it's referring to the way the universe communicates to us in ways that are not words. Through music, synchronicity, circumstantial nudges, gut feelings, dreams in particular. And it points to the stillness required to hear that nonverbal language. And like how first you have to be quiet. With the reverse 10 of Swords and the reverse Lovers, there is a lot of resistance to, there's a lot of resistance to what you are already hearing. It's kind of like that, I just see you with your fingers in your ears going, la la la, I'm not listening. Or it could be that you're looking for something more obvious or more grand or more in your face, something bigger, a bigger sign. Like that can't be the sign I'm looking for, it was too subtle. But with the 8 of Swords, you are speaking over the truth and using some harsh self-talk in the process. I feel like the truth that's trying to come in is actually positive, and there's something that you're trying to shut down. You're saying, no, no, no. It's calling you forward out of your comfort zone, for sure. It's calling you to trust the process, calling on you to trust yourself, calling on you to love yourself, and you're saying, like, no, it can't be that easy. I don't have the strength. I'm not ready to be done with this pain cycle. But it can be that easy. You do have the strength and you are ready to be donezo. This is my donezo card, donezo with this painful self-talk. You don't have to change anything inside or out before you can love yourself, because there's no conditions. And you don't have to love yourself before someone can love you. It just makes it easier to set better boundaries and to put your self-care first. But it's not a requirement. It makes it easier to recognize and accept when someone does love you, when you're not talking to yourself this way and tearing yourself down in this way. It primes you for receiving your true partner and your equal. So don't fool yourself into settling for less than you deserve. I'm feeling like the universe is trying to give you something and trying to offer you something, and you might not be ready to receive it because of some way that you're putting yourself down. So go ahead and set your intention for whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have a message for you, and let me tune in. All right, card 1. Surrender unhealthy relationships. That's that right there. Also this. Okay, surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and surrounded by positive people. I think that's what I said right there at the end, is don't settle for less than you deserve. All right, card 2. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Okay, so on the surface, it sounds like they're using ego as in like pride or vanity, which sounds counter to what I was talking about with this negative self-talk. But the thing about that is, the ego is designed to protect you, and the ego can use negative self-talk to keep you in your place, to keep you small, to keep you from getting a big head. The ego works in tricky ways, but it's still the same thing, whether it's trying to talk you down to keep you safe. So that it's kind of like the way, I don't know if some of you might understand this coping mechanism or defense mechanism that you learn early on, like in school, where you really start to talk bad about yourself and cut yourself down before someone else does it. It kind of like you shit on yourself as much as you can, so it takes the fun out of it for everybody else. Don't do it anymore. You're a grown-up now. Card 3. Surrender to receiving support and love. I think I said something like that too. That loving yourself isn't a requirement or a prerequisite, but it makes it easier to receive and to believe. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. And so when it says take the pressure off, look at that image. When it's in the reverse like that, it is being offered to you and you might not be taking it. And this is talking about releasing that pressure, being done. It's like poking the holes. And the card before this is a card of worry and anxiety. It's this lady who's like up at night. And so it does feel like this pressure building of worry and anxiety. And this is that last story that just pops the balloon to be done once and for all. Anyway, that's just what this made me think of. But it says allow the love and support of others in. And that's what I feel like I was saying. Something is trying to come in and you just have to allow it, okay? So like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you next Saturday. Thank you. Okay, if you chose stack 2 or the baby chick, your Journey of Love card this week is soft. All right. You have the Star in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. Okay. So soft in this deck reminds me of the Star. The Star and the 4 of Swords. Surrendering to healing and allowing peace and calm to wash over you. So with the Star actually appearing in reverse alongside it, there may be some rigidity at play. Having not allowed this surrender, having not been gentle with yourself, hard on yourself. With the 10 of Wands, you have been carrying an awful lot on your plate and holding yourself to a ridiculously high standard. With the 4 of Pentacles, it may be an attempt to preserve something, to keep something within your clutches, to maintain the status quo, fear of change, or the fluid motion of energy in and out of your life. That fear of something moving out ignores the excitement, it blocks that excitement of something better and new moving in. There's just like a desire here to freeze time. And the exhaustion from this is taking its toll and it's not looking sustainable. It's as though fear of surrender is based in fear of letting in pain and loss. So it's like that might be, it could work both ways, to where it's not about preventing something from leaving and ignoring that something good could come in, but afraid that if you open that gate that something bad could come in. Maybe there's nothing, it's not about holding something in but keeping something out. But what it's really, with the star here and the soft energy, it's as though what it's really going to allow to enter is comfort and relaxation, more deeper and authentic connection, reconciliation, forgiveness, understanding. Rigidity isn't your protection, it's your blockage, is what I like, if it had an overall theme. The pain of a shot or piercing, let's say, is in the tenseness and the wind up before. It's in that fear. It's in that moment of bracing, I want to say. And then just like that, it's all over and it's all good. You got new bling or new immunity or whatever. So I want to say relax. Like right now, do like they say whenever you're scrolling Facebook and that one meme comes up where it's like, right now, unclench your jaw. Take a deep breath. Just unclench. Relax your shoulders from your ears. And so the universe can deliver this peace and comfort to you at this time. Well, I definitely chose the right deck for this today, huh? Go ahead and set your attention for whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3 will have a message for you. And let me tune in. All right, card 1. Hello. Keep getting 2. I just want 1. Oh, there it is. Surrender the habit of people-pleasing. This is all kinds of people-pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So is there a degree to where this being reversed is because it's something you're trying to offer to other people? The star in reverse with this 10 of Wands does feel like you trying to be this energy for other people before you've taken care of yourself and allowed it in for yourself. And it's like, it's okay for everyone else. It's okay for me to be soft and do this for everyone else, but can you do it for you? Card 2, surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. So this feels a lot like that belief in scarcity. That's the way he's holding those pentacles is very like representative of believing in that belief. Believing in scarcity. Holding on to that belief of scarcity. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So I think I had said that clenching was a blockage. It's not your protection, it's your blockage. And that's what that says right here. It can remove blocks. That belief in scarcity, surrendering that removes blocks. All right. Card 3. Surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you next Saturday. Thank you. Okay, if you chose stack 3 or chose the deer, excuse me, your Journey of Love Oracle this week is Seed of the Heart. And you have the 6 of Cups, the King of Cups, and the 8 of Wands in reverse. All right. So the first thing I want to address is this reverse 8 of Wands. This talks about delays, but in this context, it feels more like a command to slow down or advising you to slow down and to let go of striving and trying to hurry a process that cannot be rushed. and that your patience will pay off with new energy. The seed of the heart is speaking on circumstances and conditions being just right as they are in order to stimulate you blossoming, to crack you open, and to see just what type of tree the seed is. What are you? Who are you? And with the Six of Cups being, well, okay, I'll come back to that. So I feel like there's a lot of talk this time of year about healthy habits, healthy, whatever that means. You're being advised to pay attention to what you are absorbing into your mind. The Six of Cups, this is a card of sweet memories, warmth, nostalgia, sentimentality. But here it feels like the planting and the nurturing of this seed. And with the King of Cups, we have the mighty oak, or, the finished. It's what it is meant to mature into. And so it's like with the Six of Cups, now is a time not to miss. Like, okay, so the Six of Cups and the reverse Eight of Wands, it feels like we're not talking about a distant past. We're talking about now being a time of, it's like a bubble of time in which memories are created, and not to miss it. Don't be so focused on the future that this time to look back on is fuzzy, that you aren't even creating memories. So when you do get to that future, there is nothing sweet to look back on, or you can't remember it, or, So wands are the suit of inspiration. So be mindful of what you water the seed with in terms of media consumption that invites comparisons, or shows the progression of an orange tree where you are actually growing an apple tree. Things that just don't apply to you or aren't relevant to you. All of this can be applied to an individual's growth. And this deck does really kind of focus on your internal journey of love. But this can be applied to a connection as well. The Six of Cups being where you two began. The first courting gesture. Those memories of when you first asked each other out, or knew you liked each other, or whatever. The King of Cups referring to the stable and nurturing connection that it can mature into and become. And so the key takeaway, I feel like, is that there's nothing for you to do. Just perceive and allow and receive. Back off and allow this to sprout. It's not a bonsai. So there's no clipping and like guiding and molding. It's just allow it to sprout. And like adding more water to it isn't going to make it go faster. It's just going to drown it. Giving it more light isn't going to make it sprout faster. It's just going to dry it out. It's just be mindfully, if I can use language that way. It's like, don't try to make it be anything. Let it tell you what it is. Like unwrapping a present. And how much fun is the present when it's still wrapped? All that potential energy still in there before it's a wad of paper and whatever cool thing you got. All right, go ahead and set your intention for whether you feel like card 1, 2, or 3. I'll have a message for you, and let me tune in. All right, card 1. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. Come from your heart. I feel like that kind of it reminds me of the seed of the heart, because it is talking about this mature thing, this connection that is growing from the seed that is your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. So I feel like humility, that is like allowing this to sprout and be what it's going to be, without your ego being like, well, it has to be this and it has to look this way and I need to guide it and control it. Your ego needing to control the process, and it's like your ego wanting it to happen at a certain pace. And by surrendering that, can you going to say further your goals. Humility will further your goals. All right. Card, nope, I still just need one. Card 2, surrender worry. Make a commitment to not lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. Once again, another reference to your heart. And what did it say? Focus on the power of anxiety. The Eight of Wands being a guidance to slow down. There is that sense of it's not going fast enough or not going at your pace, worrying that it's not going to happen. And that's not what this reading is telling you. This reading is telling you to be patient and to not worry about the outcome, that you're missing out right now by worrying that it's not going to have a certain end result. All right. Card 3. Surrender comparisons with other people. I know I said something about consuming media that invites comparison. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you next Saturday. Thank you.